Hi class, this is Dr. Barb Gast, and I'm your instructor for GBS 151, Introduction to Business. I'm so happy to see you, to be able to go into the classroom. Yes, we'll wear a mask, but we'll be able to see each other, and your ideas are welcome. I thought I would start with just talking a little bit about what Introduction to Business is about. For those of you who have been out of the classroom for a while, I'm just reminding you, you will spend about 3 or 4 hours a week reading, writing, reviewing the concepts. If you're not willing to put that kind of effort into the classroom, you're going to run into some problems. So just start off making that commitment. Make that commitment to yourself that you're going to do well. So one of the things that we can also talk about is the types of topics. You will not be experts when you leave the classroom. However, you will have a greater appreciation of the types of challenges that an owner of a business runs into. Maybe some of you come from a family operation, and you can begin to see there are many moving parts. Those of you who want to be entrepreneurs, maybe you want to start your own business. I actually have started a couple businesses, and it takes a lot of tenacity, but you can do it. I've also been involved with working for the state. I used to head up a licensing board for all psychologists in the state of Arizona. I've also worked for supermarkets behind the scenes in their marketing, worked for a major food company, and so eclectic. I would describe myself as saying behind the scenes and understanding what it takes to run a business. So we can look at 4 resources. I say we zero in on, yes, you can control money. You can control resources, such as equipment and materials. But you also have people and you have time. And we'll look at how in each instance we can adjust our view. There's no one perfect way to do things, but it's how we manage those resources that would lead the way to our decisions. Also, I want to encourage you to have critical thinking. That's a part of this class in trying to look at evidence. So when you're writing your papers, that you start looking at who's the source, who are you citing? Because personal opinion, everybody can have a personal opinion. But what we want to develop is professional opinions, and that is where you are basing it on sources, on evidence, on something more tangible that you can look at that has accuracy. We may always agree, and that is reasonable. People will have disagreements, but we do need to understand that factual evidence allows us to weigh our options better. Otherwise, we're kind of hoping and wishing, and all of that's not going to work too well. Let's tell you. Other things that may be going on in this classroom is your opportunity to bring out ideas that of interest to you as it relates to business. So we can take our time on Tuesdays and Thursdays when we're in the classroom to hear you out more so than my just lecturing to you, or that we spend time just going through the textbook. You're an adult. You should be able to read. You need to be acquainted. Why do we go through this? Let's just stop for a moment and say, why in the world do you have to know what's in the textbook? Yes, there's a lot of information there, but you need the concepts. If you're going to go on into a business curriculum, for instance, these terms will be used and you won't know what they mean. So there's a common language used in each discipline, whether it's psychology or business or education, whatever field that you choose to go into. There is basic knowledge that you need to have to be able to converse in it. Maybe you experience this in work, if you are working, or maybe in your own family. There's a history. You say, when we use certain terms, we know what it means. The same way in business. When we use these terms, we really want you to be acquainted with it. We also see things going across disciplines. I'm thinking in terms of like from psychology, we might capture the forgiveness theory. And it sounds like a counseling concept, and it is. But we want to avoid these grudges that undermines and deteriorates an organization. And we'll look at that. So it should be a good time. If you're feeling a little timid because you've been out of class for a while, that's okay. We'll be in this together. And my door is always open. I try to have office hours, but if you need to schedule time with me, I can do that as well. So I'm excited. We've got a great textbook. It's interactive, meaning that I can see when you go into your textbook. So it requires that you go in and spend some time with it. You can take quizzes and just get yourself familiar with the concepts. They also have flashcards. There's all kinds of things that can be done in that textbook if you want. The exam is tied to that. It's done by the publisher. Therefore, in order to pass this course, you're going to have to read the textbook, and you are going to have to try to commit some of the terms to memory. Okay, I'll do my very best to help you through this. With the right attitude, we can change anything, can't we? So, with all that being said, I just want to say I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to see you. Take care.